What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good. You?
Oh, we always push each other off the screen. The punches are getting stronger and stronger. We've been practicing against some of the other VV fam, and I think it's made us into stronger, have stronger punches. But guys, if you haven't already, become a superstar. Hit the subscribe button down below. You can also hit that bell notification. You know, whenever we post. Whenever we do live streams, whenever we're posting late like we are today, just got back from a wedding, but we had to make it work. Trying to get it up before midnight. Hit the Superstar VIP, hit the join button down below, $2.99 a month. Get a nice badge next to your name. Use our spreadsheets that help you on the drops, help you with sweeping the floor. You get entered into giveaways, first dibs on merch. We'll post all our buys and sells. And it's a fun time. We're trying to bring you to all the time. We naming stars after people in the universe whenever I get to buying that. But that will be happening soon. Shout out to all the existing VIP. Very greatly appreciated. Thank you for all that you do for us. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. On Twitter, you'll find our VV profile. And in the description, you'll find our Discord. And you will find our P.O. Box where you can send us crazy things and become a Hall of Famer. Shout out OG Growler, VIP Hall of Famer. Still looking for frames. Nobody told. I don't know if you saw any comments. Did anyone tell you what type of frames we should be buying?
No one said any type of frame, but they did say that the star Jordan, Superstar VIP Jordan, said that the stars are coming soon. So
the wooden one,
the wooden one. So wait for it.
I'm excited for that. We also had a little bit of news in Twitterland. We had emoprince.eth tagging us. He got a secret rare, and right before that, he tagged us saying, "I got that juju." He was just happy about the mint number 627, and then he was like, "Oh my god, I got a secret rare!" So. Congratulations. The juju still exists. So we wanted to let you guys know in case you were wondering. It's been a while since we've reported on juju, but it is still there. Also, Reese confirmed that it exists, and Alex. Eva, shout out to Eva. She did a beginner guide on YouTube. I wanted to give a shout out to that for anybody new to the app who's just finding us. You can go watch this video. It kind of shows you how to use the app. I think we did one a while ago. This might be a little bit more up to date, but shout out to Vversity. This was cool. Like I know it doesn't show the whole tweet here, so let me click it. But Danny DeBow, we had him on the channel. He retweeted this, and basically, runners can use augmented reality to race and compete against their own avatars.
I love it. That's amazing.
You know what this reminds me of? Remember Mario Kart?
Mario Kart, yeah.
Where you used to race, and then you had to try and beat your own race?
You got to beat yourself. You got to beat the ghost. I love this.
How amazing would that be? You're running with glasses on, and you see your previous self in front of you, and you're trying to beat
This is amazing, just from a mental aspect, because a lot of the runners and the cyclists, they have this mental barrier that they beat it. They train, they kind of plateau. It's the same with working out, and then you just kind of beat that plateau, and you just break it to a whole new level. This is amazing, I think, for training. I love this.
And the glasses kind of look funny on this one, but it's ridiculous. Like that you can race your previous self, and then maybe imagine you could put it into like an Iron Man costume,
or
like Superman.
I was just about to say that. You can race and then you could pick like an NFT like you want to race against. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
That would be wild. So shout out Danny DeBull for putting that out there. That was awesome. Omi Daily Burn. I give someone the token ID and edition number for any collectible or comic who votes and comments below tonight, metadata or not.
So Omi Daily Burn he's digging into the metadata big time. He's finding all sorts of crazy information. He mentioned he's gonna start his own YouTube channel soon, so we're looking forward to that. So adding some videos, looking into all this new information that wasn't really available to anyone but Omi the Clown before. So very, very cool.
It's important if you want to know kind of what that collectible is doing in the marketplace. If you're looking to buy into one of maybe the grails or something and you want to track who's buying it, that's where this stuff becomes really important. If you're wondering why is metadata such a big idea, if you start to see whales starting to pick up purchasing of this, might be you might notice ahead of time and be able to get in before any kind of pump or something like that. But again, Omi Daily Burn, great resource in the community, must follow, along with Pudding Cheeks, along with all these other great creators, Vivi Fox. So make sure you're following Omi Daily Burn and keep CompStack on. I think you retweeted this for his.
He's still trying to sell it.
He gave a price though, $650 shipped. If you're interested, he's trying to fix his car. Somebody wants it. ASM 30, really big time book. Got it from Comics and Crypto, I think. So there's that tie to Veve, and it's a 9.2. It's not no slouch. It's in very good condition.
Very good. Very,
He's a
very good.
VIP, so he's got some free
I
advertising.
hope it sells. I hope it sells.
If you guys didn't see this, Dr. Profit went to dinner.
Ronnie's
Went with
there.
Ron English. We had him on the channel, and David Yu soon to be on the channel, especially after we meet him in Anaheim and sweet talk him. But yeah, they had the dinner, and it looks like another one of our friends was there, Foster Hilt. Looks like he accompanied Dr. Profit as one of the guests, and Dan Crothers is also there, and we heard David talking about that. So pretty cool. Wanted to show this off. Looks like Ron English actually gave Dr. Profit another little statue.
Nice.
One of the smiley face guys.
That's sweet. I love that.
Almost looks like the Lucky Charmer kind of.
Yeah, it looks great.
But yeah, wanted to share that. Today there was a comic drop. I ended up going for it.
How did it do?
Got a common. It sold out right away. I tried to go for 2. It sold out right away.
Yeah.
And I got a comment. At first they were going for like 20 gems, but now I think I've seen them down as low as 7. It might be lower now.
Yeah, people were saying this was still though. If it's going for 7, it's a good comic. A lot of people were saying this is a good comic to go for. A lot of hype for it.
Let's see if it went under.
Mary Jane.
Now it's at 9. It's at 9 right now. So
yeah, it was a good comic to go for.
Not bad. I'm still holding mine.
I was too busy working, and I was golfing all day to even think about it.
I was surprised I hit it. I mean, I heard a lot of people saying they didn't hit it, which is kind of surprising considering that Daredevil only had like 1,500 people go for it.
Yep.
This is coming out tomorrow. The Loki Scepter. We did a whole thing on it yesterday about the what else is coming. I don't know the mint numbers. I don't know if you have that handy or not. Maybe we can.
Is it there or no? Do you
quickly decide what we think on?
See it or no?
On price predictions, yeah, I think I can click here.
Pull it up. Let me see.
So the Loki Scepter is 6,500 editions. I think that's less than the Tesseract was.
I'd go for that. 30 gems. I'd go for that. For 30 gems, I consider that big time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for that drop actually. If it's only 30 gems at 6,500 editions, I'm gonna go for that drop. I think it has a chance. Especially because there's hype right now too, and there's only one of them. There's hype and there's only one of them. I think this.
Look at Daredevil. There was only one Daredevil.
No. There's only one Skeptor as part of completing the set for the Gauntlet. If you look at the Eye of Agamotto, it's pumped to like 300 gems.
So Tesseract, there was 8,600 editions. So there's 2,000 more, 30 gems or 30 gem box price, and they're selling for 27 right now.
Okay, not bad then. I mean, if I'm going to go for it and get the listed and maybe get a low mint, I think this is a safe one to go for.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe even get a couple of them, because if you do need them to get that Gauntlet, and if people are assuming the Gauntlet is going to be worth some money in the future, having a couple of them might be a good idea. You limit how many people can complete that set.
I hope Veve makes you burn your 5 or whatever to get the Gauntlet.
That'll be sick. Burn the 5 to get the Gauntlet.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay,
so that's that. And then there was this cool little trailer from Comic-Con. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. I just noticed it right before we started filming. We see Reese actually doing an interview, I guess, because Alex is off getting married. So there you go. Nice. There's the man, Reese. Also saw a picture with him earlier, had shoes on. I said, Reese, what's on your feet? And he said, foot prisons.
That was funny.
I really like that answer. I think he was prepared for that. He knew people were gonna be asking him what's happening.
He just has an answer for everything, eh? Yeah. After we hammered him on the EMA, he had an answer for everything. We asked him about what's on his feet. He says foot prisons. He gives a witty answer like that. Yeah, he has some skills.
Yeah, he's quick on his feet for sure. So shout out to Reese, and
no pun intended.
Cool, calm, and collected in this interview. Like we said, he's been through the ringer with superstar money, so I don't think anybody else can make him nervous in any interview. So he's ready to go for anything. But again, they're doing a great job. Looks like at Comic-Con in New York. Looks like there's a lot of hype. I'd be curious to talk to some of the people who actually attended and see how many Veve representative supporters were there. And to hear their take on how it went. Yeah. So besides that, now we got the title of the video. You guys are seeing it. Are you a blind moon boy on Veve? Rob, what defines that? How can people self-assess themselves and look in the mirror and say, listen, maybe I am a blind moon boy?
Yeah, I think a lot of people in the community, it's okay to be critical, right? It's okay to go through a self-assessment and say, what can happen to be better? So you kind of have to step outside of Veve and look at other NFT projects to see how other projects have been successful. It's no different of when like Recur got global cash out. It was a good thing because we knew it was possible. It was done before, and they did it for a much cheaper price. So we know what's possible by looking at other projects. In Veve, we've been in a nasty bear market. It's lasted for a very long time. Much of it is connected to macroeconomic conditions. However, if you allow that argument to be the only reason that prices have gone down, you start missing out on, you start believing that Veve can't do anything about it. But the reality is there are things Veve can do to help cushion, the blow. I think that they should still be focused on maximizing their revenue. And part of doing that is by finding the perfect balance of price to mint numbers, trying to sell out every drop. We did a video yesterday about bringing excitement back to the drops. It's one of the things that make Veve great is that you have drops that people are excited for. They keep coming back. They want to buy them. And on top of the drops, it's the premium IP, which gave Veve the advantage it has right now. A lot of people on Veve are here for the premium IP, but it will not last forever. Soon, other competitors will also get premium IP. Soon, the licensors themselves will make their own platforms for this IP. So Veve has to keep pushing it. Now, that's consistently. They have all of these things planned that are not here yet, but they're still so small. They need to always find a way to build on the app. And in the near term, they need to do things right now to keep people engaged in the app. You have the hardcore people that will not leave. I have here a total of, I think, 2,000 unique buyers today from Veve Fox's website. There's not that many people. 4,400 daily active wallets, only 33 daily new active wallets. This continuously goes down day after day, month after month. We're seeing a downtrend in the engagement, the community engagement. And some people say, well, maybe it's a good thing because they have an opportunity to build the app, but they need to always stay vigilant. They can't think that they're the best. They can't get complacent thinking they're the best, or that they have all these things that are going to come out and that are going to bring in new people like MCP, OUP, all these things. They have to do self-reflection and try to be better. So we gave lots of ideas yesterday. We mentioned that they can start using promo codes, rain checks to help incentivize people to go for drops. They can use maybe their 2.5% fee, maybe take 1% to help give people discounts. Bring utility. Look at the back howls. Back howls are bringing utility like crazy to their holders, and they're profitable. If you bought the back howl with all the airdrops, with all the utility, like you can go see a world premiere of the new show of the one that The Rock is in. I can't remember the name of it,
Black
but
Adam,
you could go see. Yeah, you could Black Adam. You can go and see the world premiere because you own one of these. They gave 3 airdrops like 2 days ago to their holders. Why can't Veve do these things? There's ideas that they could take from other NFT projects to keep people engaged. Yeah. And I think they have to do it. We don't know how long this bear market's going to last. They need to keep people engaged. They got to keep feeding people with why they are the best to keep them engaged.
And the thing is, like, this community, the whole point of the video and all that is we want you guys to look in the mirror and see if you're being a blind moon boy, because we want to know, like, if you're only going to give positive feedback when it's clear that not everything is positive right now. It's not all roses right here. And of course we got macroeconomic conditions, but you just had a daredevil drop that was, it's a premium IP, and 1,500, we talked about it a little bit earlier, 1,500, 1,800 sold. I mean, that's a fail. That's a fail to me that you're not selling out that premium IP drop. And the reason is, like Rob mentioned, we talked about it yesterday. What can we do to make people go for drops? The reason we're bringing that up, and sometimes we're critical of Veve, is because we want them to stay ahead of the curve. We want them to stay ahead of these other projects that may come through. Rob just mentioned a great one, Back Cows. They are being very successful with what they do. Now, I don't think airdrops needs to be the only utility. There can be any type of thing to incentivize people to go for drops or hold on to things. I think that is the most important, and that will help. And the pressure from the community, because we know that they watch, we know that they listen to ideas on Twitter from people. They're very involved that way. Sometimes it takes them a little bit longer to implement, but if they start to be held accountable, that's when I think you'll start to realize that your voice does matter, and Veve does take that into account. We just want the app to improve, and when we're critical, that's why we're doing that. It's so that they stay ahead, and and everybody on the app can benefit from further utility or further airdrops or further whatever it is to keep people interested. We want to keep that hype around. I know hype is not maybe the best thing to have intermittently, but if you have it consistently where you're always expecting something to come out, that's when I think it will be successful.
They've said that the licensors have pretty much dictated airdrops, right? The licensors decide on the airdrops. Airdrops cost them money. They need to go and make it. They have to pay someone to make it. And maybe they don't want to do airdrops in that manner. And that's why we're saying maybe you can do rain checks or find other creative ways. But maybe you don't use, maybe you do Veve specific airdrops. Like, what can they do to keep people engaged more than they are right now to make them want to hold? Like, we've talked about a year, like for a year, we've talked about how there could be all this utility. We've seen none of it really. Like off the top of your head, how much true utility have we really seen with these NFTs? There's really nothing other than the photos. So it'd be like airdrops is definitely a benefit if people have expectation. You know, Daredevil comes out, hold it until the Disney Plus series comes out, whatever it is, and maybe you get, you know, a month for free. That's obviously a cost on Disney. They may not want to do that, but maybe there's Veve specific things. Maybe there's virtual goods. We know that Veve's planning to bring out virtual goods, which are like mods for your collectibles. Maybe that's what it is. You know, if you complete this set, you're going to get a set specific virtual good that you can use as part of your things. That functionality may not be ready yet, which is why I'm talking about promo codes and rain checks.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. That's what we mentioned yesterday. Okay, MCP. We know MCP is the big deal to have a lot of these things implemented. You're going to get points. You're going to be able to spend the points, do whatever. I know that airdrops IP. It's a big deal, but I think it's a very easy sell. And I don't care what anybody says. If you have those conversations, if you are in the boardroom with these brands, I don't know how it works at Veve, but I'm assuming that they're talking to a representative there. If you're able to say, look, if we bring this utility that costs us X amount and based off of previous numbers, we're going to get this much in resale, or these many things will resell because people will want to buy in to have that utility. I'm sure that they could come up with a model where they come up with a number and then make sure that whatever they're giving out is covered plus some just by secondary market transactions. I wouldn't see why any IP would be against that type of thing. We've seen Disney being open to giving airdrops. They've done it recently. They also gave promo codes, which allowed you to go for a drop ahead of the line. That might be even a thing. Just do that. That costs you nothing. You just let them go ahead, and if they buy it, then they're still spending the money. So there's lots of different ways they can go about it, and I think IP, even if they govern airdrops, I'm sure that if it makes sense, why wouldn't they do it?
Well, flippers have ran this app for the longest time. People are always trying to profit on this app through the market. We know from David Yu's discussions with the community that he is a collector and he wants to make Veve a collector's app. It's supposed to be a collector's app. Bring the excitement back to collecting. We live in the digital world. In the digital space, it's very easy to distribute within a digital space. It's not like you're mailing, you know, a bunch of physical copies to everybody. We need interim utility, MCP, OUP. You know, it keeps getting pushed later and later. Months and months keep going by. Bring utility in so that we can have the excitement back in collecting. And if you can't bring the utility in, bring a rain check. You have plans for the future. Make it a promise. MCP is a promise. We are holding collectibles for the MCP program. But I don't think that's enough when you look at other projects. You can't just say, we got MCP, wipe our hands, that's our utility, walk away. Other projects keep hitting people with utility. Like I said, the backhouse, it's not just airdrops. It's like world premieres that you can go watch. You get to vote on like the storyline. Like you can vote on the storyline of like their story. You can vote on like comic covers. Like there's like all sorts of things that bring fun back into holding, into being a collector and having this opportunity to engage with the brand. All these IPs right now are missing that, completely missing that. Imagine Disney IP that has utility that you could vote on like the next story.
Yeah.
Like that would be true utility that you would want to hold. So all we're saying is that on Veve right now, yes, we are pro Veve, but we are also willing to point out things that we see in other projects that are great that we don't see here on Veve. I think that's one of them. I think if you think Veve's perfect and there's nothing wrong with them, then obviously at that point you have to look in the mirror. You're a blind moon boy.
Yeah.
But they're still great. That doesn't mean Veve's not great. Look how far the team has come. They've done amazing things. We're
Don't
just
be
saying,
scared. Don't be scared to let them know when you want to see something happen. Like I said earlier, they listen, they watch videos, they're talking in the community, they're very active in social media. They have taken their time to deliver, but they do listen to a lot of things. And just because you want them to do well and you don't want them to be mad at you or whatever it is, hold them accountable and help them stay up with the times, because like Rob said, we're seeing back cowls going above retail and we're seeing all these other projects doing all these wild, crazy things with utility. So let's unite together and let's let Veve know, like, we want to see a little bit more excitement back in the market. I know it's a bear market, but that doesn't mean you can't be creative. That doesn't mean you can't come up with ideas to maybe help bring back that excitement, and that might entice new users. I mean, why do we have to wait for MCP? Why do we have to wait for OUP? Let's come up with ideas as we go. And they've been doing little things here and there. It's just when you see drops like Daredevil, like that type of IP going under, or not going under and not even selling out, when there's only one post, that's when I start to get worried.
Yeah, it's a bit embarrassing. And of course, on Twitter, you do see a lot of people whining.
Yeah,
and
don't
I call
fight.
it.
Don't fight.
It's whining because you whine without suggestions. You always want to whine with suggestions. You don't want to just say something is wrong. You want to say this is wrong because, and I think it could be better. Whether it's just brainstorming, whether they might take the idea, you don't know, but try to be productive in that discussion on Twitter, because they're reading. And in our comments below, it's the same with us. People, they love to criticize in some cases. Sometimes we listen and other times we don't. Like clickbait. We don't clickbait. You can tell us a million times in the comments over and over again, every video. We do not clickbait. You can give us that feedback.
We clickbaited when we said your collectibles are going to zero and they're 90% down from that day. So
right.
That's not clickbait.
Or more. So it's not clickbait. Like you tell us we do not clickbait. Just gonna point it out. But there's always feedback coming in. Sometimes we take the feedback, sometimes we don't. It's just a discussion. Obviously, always be respectful, even with everybody, Veve, the people of the team, all that. So let us know your thoughts below about today's video. Are you a blind moon boy? Do you agree with what we're saying? Or do you think that we're missing something here? And it's okay if you don't agree with us. Let us know below. We want to hear from you, regardless of what your opinion is. And if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button, join the superstar fam, and hit the bell notification button so you always hear what we got coming to you. You never know when we're going to surprise you. And now you can become a superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Get the star beside your name. Get a star in the sky named after you. Get our spreadsheets. Get advertisements. Thank you all for your support. We appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.